Next up, we need to calculate the initial speed of the dart as it leaves the gun. So right now, if we fire, nothing happens because there is no initial speed. The speed of the dart is based entirely on the force exerted on it by the spring. Now, once again, we have a description. So this function returns the initial speed in meters per second of the dart as it leaves the gun. The available variables we have to use in this function, there are 3 of them. This dot spring, which this is going to refer to the current gun, or the gun that we're dealing with. So this dot spring would refer to the spring inside the gun. So you can say this dot spring dot k, for example, to get the k constant. You can also use that to call this force function. So this dot spring dot force, and you'd pass in a displacement here. Remember, somewhere around line 10 is where we actually set the displacement. So you'll have to go up there to get the name of that variable. There are 2 other variables you can use for this function. This dot spring, dart mass, which we set at the top of the program as well. That would be the mass of the dart in kilograms. And then force time, which is the amount of time it takes for the spring to fully expand outwards from its compressed point. So that's the amount of time that the force is going to be working on that dart, and that's the amount of time it's going to be accelerating the dart for. So to calculate the initial speed, you're going to need to figure out, the acceleration, the force, the mass, how long it's going to happen. You should be able to calculate velocity from here and replace this with some kind of velocity, or rather just speed, because there's no direction.